Okay, we're going to do chapter 12 now. Chapter 12. This is the sign for telephone, and if you move it out, you're calling somebody, and if you move it in, they're calling you. So to get a phone call, to make a phone call, or just the telephone. If you're going to answer the phone, you'll pick it up. Answer the phone. To fly is made with the I-O-Y hand. Fly comes across. If you just bounce it, it's airplane. Remember the noun-verb pairs. Short and repeated is the noun, long and fluid is the verb. A hair dryer, drying your hair. Again, that's a noun-verb pair. Hearing aid, take off your hearing aid, put on your hearing aid, another noun-verb pair. To type, move your fingers like you're typing. To put on a watch, or to take off a watch. I also see people signing watch like this with an F, as if it's the watch face, a watch. So you put it on or take it off. This is the sign for gasoline. Your dominant hand is an A, and it's kind of like the little gas pump in the gas tank. So if you put it in, it's putting in gas. If you just do it short and repeated, it is gasoline. This is only the sign for gasoline. It's not the sign for natural gas. Bike is short and repeated. To ride your bike is long and fluid. Sandwich, your non-dominant hand kind of makes an open flat O. And your dominant hand's going to slide in, pinky first, to make the meat of the sandwich. Some people will sign this and then kind of bring it to their mouth for sandwich. Sandwich. Beer is a B, and it just sort of brushes right at the edge of your mouth. Beer. Coke, this is one sign for Coca-Cola, like you're shooting yourself in the arm. This is still somewhat used, but not always. A lot of people will fingerspell it now. Pepsi, take your pinky finger and just draw a zigzag in front of your face. Pepsi. Nuts or peanuts is an A, and it's just rubbing against the tip of your teeth. Nuts or peanuts. Popcorn is like the sign for 11 or understand. It's flicking up. It is actually flicking up. You can't be doing this. This little scrunchie doesn't work. It has to flick, and it's going to go opposite popcorn. Fish, this is the noun fish, not the verb to fish. You just take a flat hand and kind of wiggle it like a little fish swimming. Motor, machine, or engine. Take bent fives, palm in, and you're going to slide your fingers together. You're going to move your wrists up and down, so it's kind of like gears running together. This is motor or machine or engine. Again, with an open five, with your fingers intertwined, but this time with palms down. When you pull it down, it becomes breakdown or collapse. Just make sure that your fingers are actually in, not up. Okay, so it's not like this. Fingers tips have to be in. Breakdown or collapse. Two X's, tap them together, becomes battery or electric. Battery or electric. If you have a flat tire, kind of remember the sign for deplete from 11. This is to have a flat tire. So like your tire depletes. If you do it quick and in the context of a story, you would know that it meant a flat tire. Any or anything, you're going to start with an A, and it's going to start sort of palm to the side and just going to roll down. Any. So turn to the side a little bit. Any. So if you imagine your thumb kind of drawing a C, if you're right-handed, a C in front of you, your thumb is going to trace along that. Any or anything. To struggle, point your two fingers at each other. They should be evenly pointed, and they're going to move in a circular motion, but they're going to move together. They're not going to, the distance between them is going to stay the same. Struggle. To shut down entirely or to have a blowout, pops down. Your hands start in open fives, and they pop down to flat O's. Shut down. So you could say like your computer shut down, or the power went off, or you had a blowout. To wear out or fall apart, start with A's, palm up, and your hands are touching. And then to wear out or fall apart, they just sort of smush forward. Like they're just sort of falling apart. To break, take two S hands and break them apart. This is to physically break something or to snap it. The sign for maybe, it's just two flat palms, up and down alternately. Maybe, or I may go to the store later, or I might, maybe. To fail, it's a V hand, and it's flat on its back on your non-dominant hand, and it slides off. To fail. This is not, remember we learned this F for like a grade, like if you fail a paper or you fail a test. This is to like fail at something that you've attempted, like I tried and failed. Fail. Success, so your closed D's are palm in, and they turn around and pop out for success. Succeed, successful. Suspect, suspect, suspicious, or paranoid. So it can be he's a suspect, or you can say I suspect that he's a suspect. You could say that also. Paranoid or suspicious or not sure, kind of skeptical. One way to sign computer is put your feely fingers out and go in circles like this. This is the most common way that I've seen computer. They just go around in circles. You'll also see computer, a C coming down the arm. The sign for decline, it's going to kind of be a combination of thank you and excuse. So to decline something is just a polite way to say, oh, I need to decline. Thank you, but please excuse me, kind of. To conflict or have a conflict, you have two closed D's, and your fingers are going to come across and they're going to end up like this. See how they're sort of at the base of the fingers is where they're crossed? So to conflict. So conflict or to conflict or contradict. All right or okay. Your dominant hand is just an open 5, and it's just going to slide on the pinky side up. All right or okay. Are you all right? You doing okay? Everything's okay? Like that. To save or preserve or reserve, take a V in your dominant hand and put it on the back of an S hand in your non-dominant hand. To save, preserve, can be a sign for keep, like if you're going to keep some money for yourself. Measure is 2 Y hands, thumb to thumb. Measure, need to measure something. Weigh or weight or pound is 2 U hands, and they line up like you're about to do name, but they don't actually move. It's just going to rock. Weigh or weight or pounds. Busy, one way to sign busy is with a B on your dominant hand is a B. Your non-dominant hand can either be a flat or can be an A or somewhere in the middle, and your dominant hand is going to move back and forth. Very busy. Your hand has to look very busy. And then the last sign is stuck. You take a V and you put it at your throat. Stuck. Or trapped. And that's chapter 12.